My name's Barry Belcher, and I'm from Edge Hill, Georgia, the smallest incorporated city in the state, and unofficially the smallest in the United States. The reason why they say that is because we have a population of about 25. Now, the 2000 census stated there were 30 people in the town. There's not 30 people in Edge Hill. Anyway, I know this film is supposed to be about my decorating and design style. Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about my city, my hometown, because it's significant to my design style. Because I have to utilize, I grew up having to utilize what I had in the small town to create what I have now. So I'm going to show you how to create something out of nothing. Now, I told you Edge Hill is the smallest city in the state. And even though we're that small, we do have, some municipal buildings like the City Hall and our fire department. Well, I started getting interested in the city because I was fascinated that we are the smallest city, and I would even get people to come and do some landscaping. We would come plant plants in the front of the box where the flower box is, and we even had some shrubs put at the front of the City Hall. Well, one day I went over to my grandma's house, and she had just replaced her wood shutters for vinyl shutters. And I said, well, can I have those? And she said, what are you going to do with those? I said, well, I want them. Let me have them. So she gave them to me, and I decided I was going to put them on the City Hall. And I knew they were too big for the windows, but I thought, well, why not? It'll dress it up a little bit. So I painted them green, and as you see, I put them on the City Hall. And I haven't been here for a while, so you can tell how the paint's kind of chipping off, so I guess I got to come back a little bit more. But anyway, it looks great. You would think, oh, well, okay, maybe they don't fit the window, but it was something that I used that I already had that didn't cost a dime. I even had the paint in my shed back here. So, you see, you can create something out of nothing, and it's not that difficult. Just use your imagination and take handouts. Now, I want to talk a little bit about this sheriff car. This sheriff car was donated to the city of Edge Hill by the county, Warren County, next to us, and they knew that we had an issue with speeding here, and our speed limit zone is 45 miles per hour. Well, we have a lot of traffic coming through this city. Little as we are, we do have a lot of traffic, and most of my childhood pets are buried in our backyard because of I think every one of them have been killed out here in this highway. Well, whatever, the county donated the car for a decoy. So they parked this car. Usually they used to park it around the city, but now I guess people have gotten used to it because they can tell that the car is nothing but a car, because you can tell if you look below, a lot of the grass is growing up around the bottom of the tires. But when they first put it in, we used to sit on our front porch and we would watch the cars go by, and you would see the brake lights turn on. Now, if you come into Edge Hill as a tourist and you got a messy hairdo, you'd have to come see Miss Annette's beauty salon, where she does a lot of great designs with hair. She's cut mine a couple of times, and I haven't been back since, but, well, I'm just kidding. No, but she does a lot of people from the surrounding area. But just interesting, because she is actually the only business running here in Edge Hill. This here looks like to be a remnant of an old gas station. And to our right was its competition in its day. Must have had a lot of competition. They're both closed, but you'll see that there is a natural patina on that fake brick there. I don't even know if it's brick. I think it's a tin, but it looks beautiful. People compliment. How'd you get that look? Just a little bit of weather. Now here is the Edge Hill Water Department. You can see it's highly secure because we have a lot of activity, so they've got some vents around it, and a lot of controversy has been stirred around the water, the water meters charging people. They didn't have water meters. They used to charge $10 a month, and you can use as much water as you want. I mean, the tank is behind the fire department, and you could actually fit it in my living room, but I'll talk about that in a little bit later. But anyway, I wanted you to get a glimpse of this tiny little building that serves as our water department. Now, the only church here in the city limits is this church, Edge Hill First Church of God. You see, I had to go look at the headstone to make sure I'm saying it right, because I attended here one time. Well, I got a little story for you. When I was 18 years old, the mayor of Edge Hill, her and the secretary got in a big old argument about those city water meters putting in. Well, the mayor didn't want them because she couldn't water her garden as much. You know, she'd have to pay more money because you just pay $10 a month and use as much water you want. Well, she quit, and they needed a mayor. And nobody wanted to do it because it's voluntary. You don't get paid to do it. And in order to stay an incorporated city, you got to have a mayor. So I went over to my neighbor's house, who was on the city council at the time, and I asked Durham, I said, Durham, have you guys found a mayor yet? He goes, no, we haven't found a mayor. I said, well, I think you guys should let me do it. I feel like I would be a perfect candidate, being that I painted our city signs. I mean, my grandma donated the shutters. I painted them and put them up there myself. I'm always buying shrubs for the front yard or cutting the grass. I'm always doing stuff for the city because I love Edge Hill. He goes, well, Barry, you know, let me call Annette. And I was just kidding. I really didn't take him serious. But he did call Annette, and Annette said there was no other stipulation other than voting age. So she said if I want it, I could have it. So I said, sign me up. So I signed the papers, and I was the youngest mayor in the smallest city in the state. Well, I had told everybody except my parents that I was the mayor. I mean, all of the high school students, everybody in high school knew it except my parents. Well, I hadn't told them yet because I just hadn't had a chance to. Well, finally, on the fourth day, I thought I'd tell my mom. I wasn't, you know, avoiding the situation. I just hadn't had a chance to tell them. So, assuming that they would be, you know, thrilled that I was going to run the city, I tell my mom, I say, guess what? They let me be mayor. I could do it. I'm 18. Yay! Well, my mom freaked out. She thought the town had brainwashed me, that they were taking control of her son, that I was going to get in the middle of a little controversy. No, we don't get no controversy. My God. But that's what they really thought. I mean, it was so bad. I really felt like I had killed someone. I didn't understand why they were acting so crazy. Well, I had talked to one of my friends, and she said, you need to do it. They'll get over it. I said, no, they don't get over something like this. I've never seen them like that. I mean, I grew up not getting in trouble, you know, but I get in trouble for trying to run a city. They don't like that. They didn't want me running a city. Hey, don't you be running any more cities behind my back. So I was like, oh my God. So anyway, on the fourth day, I'm just going to do what they want me to do. I'm going to resign. So on the fourth day, I went into that building, and I had to fill out a resignation paper stating why I have to quit. And it said, be honest at top. I said, because my mom and dad said no. No. True story. Yeah, so I've never really forgiven them for that. Now I have, I don't care. But anyway, this is kind of a cute story, and it's kind of set the whole thing for me being the mayor. I can always say I was the mayor of Edge Hill.